is the debate bro way. Crush your opponent through pedantic arguments about semantics so you never have to actually take accountability for your actions. As far as we know, I don't think Destiny falls under the clinical definition of file.
He does, like, he literally is the culmination of like the crowd that says, well, technically speaking, this is what this, like, he literally is that guy. And then when people do it in his comments, he bans them. Remember, Destiny did ask for this. Destiny did ask for this for the third time.
Do you think I'm self-destructive?
Yeah. If you engage in hedonism, I would say you're self-destructive. I say the same thing about Destiny. I think he can be self-destructive, and I don't think you would entirely disagree.
So wait,
I completely disagree. I don't think I'm self-destructive at all.
Hold up. I was actually curious. You don't think that to some degree your hedonism doesn't bite you in the ass?
No, I think I have a really good engagement with most of my hobbies. I think I do it pretty well. I think that my mental functioning is very high. I think my career is incredibly successful. There are parts of my life that I can improve, but I think that people look at some of the standard markers for trouble and they, for some reason, project a ton of stuff onto me. But I think I'm living like one of the healthiest, fullest lives that I possibly could.
Constantly having poor relations with women over a long period of time, or in other situations, STDs, different things like that. Eventually, that hedonism comes back to bite them in the life, and they also recognize they could have invested that time a lot better.
So wait, what do you ask us about this? So, like, what was your idea of this?
Yeah, it's not like I have like 100 kids and 5 million STDs and like.
No, you just constantly. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about it.
Well, you might as well, but no, you drop the accusation, go for it. You just constantly. Say it. No, say it. No, shut up, Melina. Shut up. Let him talk. What do you mean? Constantly. Anything you do in life that's going to increase like your ability to like have fun or do like crazy stuff or whatever is always going to carry with it like the risk of death, right?
Absolutely.
Like you have no chance of dying by falling out of a plane unless you go skydiving. But that's not an argument. It's never skydiving.
But it is an argument against maybe skydiving 1,000 times if you don't want to die that way.
Well, if you want to skydive 1,000 times, then fucking skydive 1,000 times. Like what's wrong? Damn, what happened to all the self-empowerment shit that you guys were talking about earlier?
I mean,
deflection.
It depends on whether or not you want that outcome. If you're saying like, oh, I don't want this kind of destructive thing, or I don't want to end up dying by skydiving, then maybe don't skydive every other day.
Yeah, but I'm not complaining about that. You guys are. If your lifestyle choices are like, damn, I would never want to deal with like a crazy girl or anything like that, that's totally valid. I think it's totally fine. I accept that that's probably true for most people. But like, I'm okay with the trade-off on that for like all the benefits that I get. I like f***ing a lot of people. I like traveling a lot. I like doing drugs. I like my stream shit. That's like super fun for me. To be like, well, doesn't bad stuff happen sometimes so you shouldn't do it? That doesn't compute to me. Like, I feel like I'm living a super amazing life, and I feel like there's a lot of shit that happens all the time. I understand it might be a lot for some people, but it seems weird to be like, oh, well, I think that you're like secretly like hurting or damaged inside because of some negative outcomes. Like,
or to others, because I think the main thing with this is you have to think about the activity. The activity involves hurting others. Like even Destiny, as good as he is at what he does, probably can admit he's broken a lot of hearts, he's disappointed a lot of women, he's made a lot of people upset. It's not just how he feels about it. When you involve other people in this kind of pursuit of pleasure, other people get hurt as well. I'll stay by what I said at the beginning. I don't feel bad for Steven whatsoever because he knew what he was getting into. He was brazen about it. When he was warned, when he said, hey, this is a bad idea, this is a bad lifestyle, he said, I don't care, I want to have fun. It's fun for me. That's why I like these mentally ill women. That's why I like doing this stuff. That's why I can't keep my dick in my pants, because it's fun. Well, I'm like, all right, then. When it fucking inevitably blows up in your face, I'm not going to have no sympathy for you. You can be my friend, my worst enemy, I don't give a fuck.
Wait.
If you engage in behavior repeatedly after you're warned, fuck around and find out, and that's what Steven's doing. But I don't want to make it just sound like a...
True. That's all. That's it. And now we're gonna get back to that was the final words. Now we're gonna get back to the Destiny content nuke.
In 2012, when Destiny was 23, he shared in a group chat with a couple of his friends the messages, you want to see the sickest shit in the world? So many fangirls. I had one that was 15. She wanted to meet and hook up. Dude, she's 15. What the fuck? But she sent me pictures that made it so hard to say no. Then Destiny linked a picture of this girl in a bikini in the chat and said, girl on the left, so hard to say no. Gonna get arrested one of these MLGs, man. So in these logs, when Destiny was 23, he said that it was really hard to turn down hooking up with this 15-year-old because she looked so good in this picture of her in a bikini. He then shared this lewd image of a child with his friends and said that he's gonna get arrested someday. Well, like I said, a woman just filed a police report against Destiny, so we'll just have to wait and see if his prediction comes true. A couple years later, in 2015, when Destiny was 26, he shared in his chat, I would fuck the shit out of that 15-year-old, what the fuck? There's no way that chick is 15. So now we've seen two separate occasions where Destiny says that he's attracted to 15-year-olds. Ironically, this conversation where he's sharing a picture of a 15-year-old in a bikini with his friends is the exact same conversation where he also shared that other woman's nudes without her consent. Sharing non-consensual nudes and sharing a picture of a child in a bikini in one conversation? What a certified Destiny moment. This is what we in the business call a Diddy-stiny party. A common defense that Destiny fans will give when he says that he wants to have sex with children is that he's just joking. For example, these tweets where he says, you were hot at 10? Any pics?
Oh my god. My god. Holy, okay.
DMs. Jesus, I've never wanted to bend someone over the hood of their little tyke so bad. I do think these tweets are jokes, very strange jokes, but I don't think that him saying he wanted to hook up with this 15-year-old
very strange.
You know that classic prank where you send your friends pictures of kids in bikinis and say how hot you find them as a joke? And to help prove that this wasn't a joke, here are some clips of Destiny doubling down on his attraction to this 15-year-old in a debate with someone named Mr. Medicare.
Of this chat log, I was talking with a bunch of other esports guys, and we were basically talking about how crazy the fucking jailbait is in the gaming community. It's ridiculous. I think I said something along the lines of like there are 15-year-old chicks that are like hot as fuck that will like try to send you pictures to like fuck you at events and shit, and it's like you have to be really careful when you navigate that.
Wait, wait, what? He's not, why would he call it jailbait if he's condoning this? Or this is something he thinks is good? Why would he call it bait if this is something that he thinks this is good? he shouldn't, like, this is supposed to be a content nuke, not a nitpick and say what he thinks or frame what he's about to say in like the most negative way possible, and then play the clip, and then people are already predisposed to what was supposed to be said already. And then now when Destiny says some of the key points of what the person was saying without actually listening to everything that Destiny was saying in that clip, they come out being like, oh, so Destiny did, this is proof that he's actually did say what the person said previously, which it's not necessarily, like, it's evidence to it, but like he's saying bait, as in like, this is something that you need to be careful with. You need to stay away from this. This is not a good thing.
So what is the admitting to
A bunch of Destiny doubling down on his attraction to this 15-year-old in a debate with someone named Mr. Medicare.
Course of this chat log, I was talking with a bunch of other esports guys, and we were basically talking about how crazy the fucking jailbait is in the gaming communities. It's ridiculous. I think I said something along the lines of like, there are 15-year-old chicks that are like hot as fuck that will like try to send you pictures to like fuck you at events and shit, and it's like you have to be really careful when you navigate that.
So what is the admitting to jerking off to 15-year-olds then? What is that in relation
I never
to?
admitted to jerking off. I think I just said like this. I think the log is something like this 15-year-old chick was trying to send me, or was sending me pictures of herself, and she's hot as fuck. It's like really hard to like turn down some of these people. I think
Wait,
I
how
said
old was she?
She said she was 15.
So you did get pictures from a 15-year-old.
That's not him doubling down on this. That's him literally saying it's difficult to, like, he's complaining about this. Like, this is a bad thing. He's not saying this is a good thing. He's not saying that it's okay for him to do this. Like, okay. I mean, he talked about it and he said this is something, he's only saying that this is something that happened. Like, he's not saying we should do this or this is okay or it's fine that this is happening. Like, he's not condoning this at all.
Not nudes though. Sorry, I should specify. I think a couple pics of her like at the beach or some shit. But
In swimwear?
Yeah.
So you're getting swimwear pics from 15-year-olds?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. This shit is fucking crazy. Shit is fuck.
So in these clips, he says that some 15-year-olds are hot as fuck, and he admits to sharing a picture of this 15-year-old in a bikini to his friends. So is Destiny a pedophile? Well, he admitted that he finds some 15-year-olds hot as fuck, and he sent his friends a picture of a 15-year-old in a bikini because he found her so attractive. A lot of arguments with Destiny about pedophilia end up getting wrapped up in semantic debates about labels instead of focusing on the facts of the matter. If you call Destiny a pedo for being attracted to a 15-year-old, he'll launch into a tirade about how pedophilia is the attraction to prepubescent children and 15-year-olds are post-pubescent. So therefore, by calling me a pedo, you have slandered me. So then you go, okay, I guess you're not a pedophile, you're an ephemophile because ephebophilia is the attraction to teenagers aged 15 to 19. So then he'll go, no, ephebophilia is the primary attraction to mid to late adolescents. I'm mostly attracted to adults. I'm just a little bit attracted to children.
There are 15-year-old chicks that are like hot as fuck.
So therefore, I am not an ephebophile and you have slandered me yet again. Also, there's nothing inherently wrong with ephebophilia.
Yeah, Destiny does do actually. He does, like, he literally is the culmination of like the crowd that says, well, technically speaking, this is what this, like, he literally is the person that does that. He is that guy. And then when people do it in his comments, he bans them and he's like, oh, well, actually, and he hates that crowd. But Destiny literally does it to every single person that he disagrees with. He's like, well, like whenever someone like when he's debating someone like with Trump people, right? Trump will I guess MAGA people will be like, will say something, right? And then they'll compare it to something that Kamala did. And then Destiny's immediate response is like, do you think those are comparable? And I'm like, we're going into the well actually zone. Basically is him saying, that's him basically preempting the whole well actually without actually saying well actually first. He's like, do you think those are comparable? And I'm like, obviously if I'm comparing them, then yes, the person thinks it's comparable, but that logic trail, it's really annoying. Why did I build it this way?
Because 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds fall under the category of ephebophilia, and there's nothing wrong with being attracted to adults, so your normative position condemning ephebophilia in its entirety is already a flawed premise. And even if I was a pedophile, there's nothing wrong with being attracted to children. It's only bad if you act on that attraction, so therefore you have slandered me in countless ways, and my community will now harass you for years. See how you've now had an
It sounds so bad, but I mean, Destiny's not wrong. I mean, he literally isn't wrong, but it's such a, it's an argument you don't want to make. Like, just because you're right in that argument and you win the debate doesn't make you, like, it just looks bad. It just looks bad.
Exhausting 20-minute debate about labels instead of focusing on the fact that Destiny admitted to being attracted to some children and admitted to acting on that attraction by sending a picture of a child in a bikini to his friends. This is the debate bro way. Crush your opponent through pedantic arguments about semantics so you never have to actually take accountability for your actions. As far as we know, I don't think Destiny falls under the clinical definition of pedophile, but the colloquial definition of pedophile is someone who is attracted to children, and Destiny is at least somewhat attracted to children.
There's some 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty fucking hot. Like I can't help that. Like some people mature fucking older.
Destiny Destiny defended another streamer who got exposed for having sex with a 14.
That was a clip, Chip. Come on, man. Play the full clip like you did before. Play the full clip. You can't just have him say that with zero context from before or after. Like, he only said, like, what, 4 or 5 words? That wasn't even a second long. That was, like, a half a second clip. Like, that's just wild. But okay, I mean, this is supposed to be a content nuke of Destiny, so whatever.
14-year-old by saying, even if he did bang a 14-year-old, no, that's not what pedophile means. Go look it up. Seriously, if you don't understand the difference between being attracted to someone that happens to be young and being attracted to someone because they are young, you have absolutely no business whatsoever commenting on the issue, period. It makes you look
Damn. Another well actually thing. Like we're not talking about this specific thing, but like every other thing, and just change one word. And that, yeah. Okay, whatever. Like, this is the well actually, basically, what he did there.
uneducated. I really want to see someone use this argument in court. Your Honor, I didn't have sex with that baby because I'm attracted to babies. I had sex with that baby because it just so happened to be a really hot baby. Most babies are not hot, but every once in a while, one of those extra special babies rolls their stroller on past my goon cave, and I just can't help myself. But this does not make me a pedophile. You
My
look really
God.
uneducated right now. You know what, Destiny? You can feel free to have your pedantic definition of pedophile that only applies to being specifically attracted to prepubescent children because of the fact that they are prepubescent, and I can say that I think you are a freak for saying as a 26-year-old that some 15-year-olds are hot as fuck, and for as a 23-year-old sharing around a picture of a 15-year-old in a bikini. Deal? The next child-related Destiny incident is when him and his friends, the Bro Squad, watched an 8-year-old boy shake his penis for them on a live stream.
I shouldn't tell this because I'm gonna get fucking arrested. For Child Protective Services. I used to be part of this horrible thing called the Bro Squad, okay? Fucking me, if you remember that fucking Cheeks bitch, and fucking a couple other people that have never been on my stream before, we're part of the Bro Squad, and what we would do is we would go around Justin TV streams, trolling the shit out of these people. And we went around from fucking channel to channel, like fucking around. Like, it was just horrible shit. We went to this channel with this fucking, like, this kid was like 8 years old, and he was fucking broing out with everybody.
Destiny repeatedly in this clip saying that this is horrible, this is bad, this is disgusting, but he's laughing at it because it's kind of like this is, it's so bad, it's so gross, it's so disgusting that he's laughing while he's telling this disgusting story, as like he can't even believe that he's actually saying that. So like the laughing kind of like makes it seem like he doesn't really care, but he's verbally saying that this is bad, this is disgusting. He's not promoting this. So
In this chat, for whatever fucking reason, this kid decides to fucking take his pants off and fucking wiggle his 8-year-old dick on screen. I can't even believe it. Oh my fucking god. It was like, I didn't even know, like, we were on Skype, we were like, holy shit. Like, we had to do like a double take because we didn't even fucking know, like, what the fuck was on. Like, we were looking at like an 8-year-old dick, like, on the fucking screen. And his fucking brother, we call him Captain Push-Ups, would like come in the room. And this guy was like fucking 14 years old. He had his shirt off. He was like this, like watching the stream the entire time and shit. Oh my god.
As far as what Destiny says in this clip, they didn't ask the child to pull his pants down, but I still think it's very bad that him and his Bro Squad didn't immediately click off of this live stream the second that this child exposed himself. If a child exposes themselves to you, I think you have a moral responsibility to immediately click away from that shit. But I guess Destiny and his Bro Squad thought it was really funny to sit and laugh while staring at an 8-year-old.
Oh, okay. All right. No, that's an assumption. You don't know if he actually like came on. Well, he said there was a shock. There was a shocker. Like, that happened on stream, like, just randomly. They weren't expecting it. The guys were in shock. They probably, like, as soon as they were like fun, like, once, like, no one expects that.